Oh, you like that bumper? If there's two things I know, it's how to count to 10 from not wearing mittens, and that truck guys love their trucks. Some people love them just to use them. Period. Just to use them. Others love to modify them and use them. Maybe you want to modify it and it can be a pavement princess. Doesn't matter. Whatever's up your alley is sweet. But I know I like to mod my truck. Do I use it? Yes, I use it. Off-roading? Yeah, not really. But hey, cool stuff that you can do to your truck. People love to do to their truck. Wheels. Big old tires. Yeah! Going off-roading, going through some trails, going over big old rocks. Looking cool. You got it. Running boards help you get up into your big old truck. Yeah. Lift and level kits. Make sure you can clear them big old rocks after you roll over them. Bumpers, headlights, tail lights, and light bars. Wait, what do you need a light bar for? Well, to look cool. So I want to look cool. So you know what? Today, we're putting on a 42-inch curved light bar onto the front of the truck. Let's get started. Here it is. This is my 42-inch or 42.5, something like that. But light bar. This thing is sweet, and well, it's still in the box, so I don't know if it's sweet or not, but it's supposed to be sweet. Let's check it out. I plan on mounting this bad boy right on the bottom of the grill here. Should be just the right size to mount one end here, without going through the bumper. Let's get this beast open and see what we're working with. Dogs, get over here. Quit chasing the chicken. Ugh. Joking me? And like I always say, link will be in the description below for this bad boy. Alright, so wiring harness, which probably not going to need all this. Maybe you will, but I have a Super Duty, so I've got pre-wired switches under the hood, so I just got to plug her in. Instructions. Mounting hardware. And the light bar. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. Look at that awesomeness. And it is curved. You can tell. Got a big old smiley face. Alright. Man, this has got like a million LEDs in it. So you got your switch here. I mean, your harness here comes with everything you need. You know what I mean? Your relay, your on-off switch, your positive and negative for your power supply, and then this end obviously goes to your light bar. I'm not using any of this. I already have fused switches because I have a Super Duty. But super easy to hook up, just like any relay harness that you're going to be hooking power to anything, honestly. Even like an HID kit. But these are super simple to hook up. I just explained it to you. The directions are pretty vague on these. But I mean, you can call them, reach out to them, but I'm smarter than that. So you get these little guys. These are the rough washers, or whatever you want to call them. But what they do is they go in between your light bar and your bracket, so when you tighten it down, it's not going to move on you. It doesn't really show that in the instructions, but common sense says that's what you do. So then I put a lock washer on, and then the M8 bolt, and then there's two short ones. The two short ones are the ones that go into the light bar. So I got my brackets on, and then the rest of the hardware is for actually mounting it. So you got your little rubber pieces here that are going to go on the end. wherever you decide to mount this. And then 2 longer M8 bolts with washers, lock washers, and nuts to go with it. So let's bring this thing up to the front of the truck and see how it looks. Not quite to where I wanted it. All right. Well, it's not gonna go where I wanted it, so I must have been wishing too much. But that's really where I want it. Brackets don't go that far, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to drill down into the bumper, and I really didn't want to do that, but I guess I will because I want to look cool with a light bar. That would look sick. Alright, so the typical way is to drill holes in this and then use the nut and washer and stuff from the underside. I have a special tool that is going to make that way easier, and I'm not even going to have to do that. So first off, I'm going to mark my holes to drill. If you guys haven't been introduced to this yet, Milwaukee Inksol, this is the best Sharpie. It's not a Sharpie. This is the best marker you will ever own. Writes on wet surfaces, anything, man, frozen, whatever, I guess. That's what they tell me. Alright, I'll show you this tool now. Here she is. Alright, so we are using an M8 bolt, and then like I said, it came with lock washers and nuts to go on the other side. This thing is, I mean, I don't remember what I paid for it, 30-40 bucks, but this thing is killer. It's a rivet tool, okay? So, get your rivet gun and make some room. M8 bolt, and then M8 right here. Your little changer tool, and then look for, I need M8, so quarter 20, 6, M8 rivets. If you guys watched my video on putting the seat in the work truck, the F-250, the old work truck, you'll have already seen this. But this is the sweetest tool I've used in a long time. Okay, so this is your M8 bit that we have to change. So we're going to take the old one out of here. Unscrew that bad boy. And make sure I put this back where it goes. Yeah, M10. And then we're going to put in the M8. Snug her up. Put all this garbage back on. And these are your M8 bits. So what you do, put this guy on there, drill your hole, put this down in your hole, and then work it just like a rivet. I mean, yeah, pull this away. And then as soon as you pull up, it pulls this against the metal and you're done. So, killer tool. And then you just back this out. But yeah, let's get the hole drilled. Find out what size hole I need for this bad mamma jamma. All right, we're gonna drill the first pilot hole. A little bit longer battery. All right, and then we'll see if this bad boy falls in there. Not quite. And I don't have the correct bed, obviously, so I'm gonna redneck style it, you know what I mean? Ooh. You like that bumper? There we go. Like a glove, right in there, guys. See it? Can you see it? Take you in there. Right there. Falls in. Just like that there. Ugh. Yeah, I fell in there all right. So you remember when I said, you know, I could count to 10 without mittens on. Well, I counted my chickens before they hatched because it's not an M8 bolt, it's an M6. And I drilled too big of a hole there, so I might be able to try and make this work. So I looked. I don't have an M8 bolt, but you know what I do have? Hopes and dreams. So I'm just gonna try and throw this M6 rivet in there, see what happens. Look at that, guys. Just like that. This is why I love this tool, okay? There. Now you just thread your M6 in there. I love this thing. I love it, guys. Worth every penny. Okay, let's do the other side. Put our little rivet on here. Make sure it's extended. Put her down in. Back out the threads. There. Done. Alright, so before we actually mount this, I'm going to get the wiring ran through, just in case I don't want to block anything. So, wiring next. Alright. If you guys got a Super Duty like me, auxiliary switches. Index in the back of your manual, it'll tell you where to go. So, I'm gonna go 567. Super Duty owners, if you find this in the back of your book, it'll tell you switch 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all 25 amp fuses, okay? Switch 5 is 40 amp, and switch 6 is 40 amp. I'm gonna real quick see what this needs. The fuse that this light bar came supplied with is a 30 amp, so I'm gonna use a 25 amp circuit. If I pop a fuse on this circuit, I'll swap it over to a 40. I don't really want to put it on a 40, just because of the fact that I don't want to burn up the light bar if something goes wrong. So I'm going to use switch 1. None of my switches have been taken by anything. So the wire color is going to be brown with green trace. So I'm going to find that under the hood now. Alright, so this is where I'm at. I ran the hot and the ground through the bottom of the grill there. And then they come through somewhere down there. Right up around the washer hose. And then I tied into, actually I tied into switch number 2, which would be the violet with orange trace. And then I just grounded it right here to the inner fender. So, next step is I'm gonna loosely mount the light bar up there so I can tie in the 2 wires. Alright, so I got my rubber piece on there already. And then you want your bolt, lock washer, normal washer. And typically it would be on the nut side, but remember I put threads in here, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, let's see if it works. Straighten it out a little bit. Now it's time to test it out. she is. So there's a good look at her during the day. And I'll get some night shots here, and yeah, we'll look at it from there. But other than that, tuck these fellers in. Oh, I love it. I love it. There. She's all tightened up and ready to go. So get ready for some nighttime shots right now. Okay, so my normal headlights are on right now, and that is with the light bar. So I'll go ahead and shut my lights off. And there she is. Pretty bright. It's you know, it's an off-road thing, and I'm, you know, strictly doing this for stupid looks. But yeah, let's get out and look at it. Well, there she is. She's bright. She is bright, and she does a good job lighting it up. Alright, one more quick one for y'all. I am driving home in the rain, and it's not quite 6 o'clock yet, and it's a little difficult to see. So I tested out this light bar, and it made a huge difference. So I just want to show you guys a second. Check this out. It just lights everything up on the road and around the road. It's just, you know, I think it's illegal, but just to show you guys another view of it. Alright, there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. So far I'm happy with the light bar. The next test will be the longevity of it. We'll see how long it lasts. But I'll probably do an update video maybe in a year or whatever on it. See how it lasts and holds up. But I'm happy with it so far. It's going to suit my needs perfect, as you know what my needs are for this thing. Yep, it looks cool. But anyway, don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Later.